We're about to go into the trial once again. And we're gonna need to have all our wits about us. Which is why I'm wearing my definitely not official game theory There's no way this is official, right? What is this? Eat, sleep, game theory, repeat? There's no way that's official, right? But you know what is official? Oh, what's that right there? Is that my signed game theory shirt by Matthew Patrick and Stephanie Patrick themselves? Oh, it's no biggie. I just participated in a fundraising event for St. Jude and raised $100 for the cause, so they gave me a signed shirt. It's no biggie. It's no biggie. Oh, but what's this? Is this a thermal game theory mug that changes colors and patterns whenever you put hot teas into it? Well, I bought that one. I bought that one for my dad, but he's like, hey, you know what'd be cool? Maybe you can use it on your stream. And I'm like, thanks, Dad. I would love to. So let's hop back into Phoenix Wright. All right. I do have actual like hot tea here. It's because I did a recording earlier today, and I should have my voice be nice and warmed up, if you will. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutors Award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, I shouldn't slam my desk when I have tea on it. This man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. Oh! But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. That's true. What's going on here? What's going on? Dun. It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. Hold it.
Wait, I remember now. I remember everything.
Witness?
Mr. Edgeworth,
What is it?
could you show me your evidence list again, please?
His list? The one with that picture scribbled on the back? Yeah, what about the blue badger?
I knew it. This picture, I'm the one who drew it.
What? You drew that?
That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture.
Really? Why'd you draw that?
All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me.
Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you've recalled, Miss Sky?
Yes, Your Honor.
First, the knife mix-up, and now the blue badger? This should be interesting. This should be interesting. Yeah, I'm interested.
When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards the both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow.
What? Why? Why? This is certainly most unusual.
Try impossible. The chief of detectives hadn't even designed him until this year.
That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Yes, well, the defense may now... Stop, please, don't pursue this any further. Oh my gosh, I've never seen that CG of her before. That sprite of her before. That must be a new Dr. Pepper. She's good. The Lana. What's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair. But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that? Chief Prosecutor Sky. We've already come this far. It's too late to apologize, to turn back. Silence! The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, Whack his PP. Please detain the defendant. It seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. I'm referencing something. You guys gotta believe me. Yeah. What did you see, Emma? When you say that man, I assume you refer to Joe Dark? Hold on. It's been 5 minutes according to my recording software. Ooh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot tea. When you say that man?
Yes, at least I think it was him.
You think?
All I could really see were shadows. The power outage that immediately preceded the incident is also documented in the prosecutor's office reports.
So then you panicked and rushed towards them. That's crazy. Why would you do something so dangerous?
What else could I have done? He was about to stab Mr. Marshall.
She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife.
But as we've just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife. Well, I didn't know that at the time. When that Dark guy knocked me down, all I could think was, I've got to help that other person.
You knocked away the man with the knife? What do you mean you think?
It all happened so fast, and I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. What I did, it's all kind of a blur. Miss Skye was almost killed before she was witness to a murder about to take place. With so much happening in a matter of seconds, a little disorientation is only natural. I saw the man about to stab the other person, who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife.
What you did was very brave, young girl. So then, what happened next? Flash of lightning, another one. That's when you saw the blue badger. That's crazy. Are you sure about this?
Of course! See? I even drew a picture of him here! But it was the chief of detectives who thought up this hideous beast. And that was just this year. The blue badger didn't exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable. I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him before somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's true. She was, every time that we clicked on him, she was like,
can I remove his batteries? He's kind of giving me the heebie-jeebies. Now I finally remember.
Oh, brother. Just when you thought that this thing had caused enough commotion. Tell us, where in the room did you see him dancing? Right. You saw his shadow. His shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face, with its winning smile and all?
That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns. That's actually a jester's hat. This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken. Objection! That may well be.
I love his little
objection!
That may well be. But what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did.
Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation? If so, then by all means, please tell us what this shadow really was.
What was it Emma saw when that lightning flashed? Who is this blue badger, really?
I don't know. I don't know, Your Honor. Please do tell me, because I don't know.
I just might know. The blue badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew this picture. Yet she's certain she saw its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, it is the defense's belief that on the fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the blue badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room.
Mr. Wright!
What? In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. What is it that the witness saw in that instant? Please show us this mysterious blue badger look-alike. Is it the shield? Oh, was it the jar? Was it the jar? Hold on. Look, bald, 2 bald points. Not bald as in the judge bald, like it does not have hair. Yeah. But it's missing something. They pointed out how it doesn't have a bottom, right? They were like, huh, what's the point of a jar that doesn't have a bottom? Look. I bet I can arrange it in a way that... Oh gosh. Oh, I'm losing it. Okay, don't mind that. I bet it's this. The mysterious blue badger was in fact this. But that's... what exactly is that? I believe it's some sort of jar.
But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger.
Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Our viewpoint? I've got to show them the correct angle to look at this from. Oh, so I had to do this anyway. Okay. Hold on. That's pretty blue badgery, no? This isn't right. I've got to make it look more like the badger.
Allow me to remind the defense, its case hinges on the witness's drawing. If Mr. Wright can't match the shape the witness drew, we cannot accept his claim.
I've got to find just the right angle. Maybe I should rotate it vertically a bit more. Or horizontally?
Come on, Mr. Wright, you can do it!
I've got to show them the correct angle. Poggers! I mean, it already kind of looks like it in this angle, no? That's not right? Oh, come on. I didn't mean to. Okay. What did I have? I had it like this earlier. So. Does that look like it? I mean, it could. If the shadow's cast from a specific angle. This isn't right either. So then it's got to be this! I've tried every way. Wait, or horizontally maybe? He did say horizontally. Is it really horizontally? No? How finicky is it? Because... yeah, that looks pretty... hold on, maybe something like this. Hold on. Maybe. Come on, man. Yep. Yep, Your Honor. Well, is this a miracle or what? Yeah, that really does look like the blue badger. No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the blue badger. Wow, that's a twist. No. It can't be! Ah! I need my tea! Because I'm British and I like tea. Ah, just the right temperature. Oh, yeah. Just warm enough that it soothes the voice, but not hot enough that it burns the tongue. Order! The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this.
Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point?
What do you mean?
So that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything.
Nopers, I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, Slam, this changes everything.
Indeed. Very well then. Please tell us. What's different now that we know the witness saw the jar?
Okay, I have to point out something, you guys. Everyone I've talked to, every single person, even some of you in the comments have said, I've never heard a British Edgeworth before, and I know that his voice when he's like, objection, is like that, right? But when he's talking like,
indeed, that is quite reliable, what you have just said.
It's like, that's not how a guy who's not British sounds, you know what I mean? What are we talking about? What's different now that we know the witness saw this jar? The murder weapon. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar.
At a very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright.
Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gant.
But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself.
Slam! Yes! And it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room in Chief Gant's office.
Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body from Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office?
Yes.
Why would he do that? There's no reason.
Nodders. Exactly.
There.
If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what that reason was, Mr. Wright? I've finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. Yeah. So what Phoenix is about to say is that Emma was the one who took the jar and hit the one with the knife with it? Is that what we're saying? Is that what killed Mr. Marshall? Because, I mean, I could obviously see them covering it up and like he didn't actually die to a stab to the heart and lungs. They planted the broken knife tip there because Lana Sky was trying to do everything that she could to protect Emma. And that's why Lana's trying to be like, I stabbed Goodman. I think that's what she's trying to defend. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? That would have to have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword. Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall, wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes, there is another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility? Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless, I don't know if I can go through with this. Mr. Wright? What's the matter?
If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Skye knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Damn. The silence is deafening. Dude.
You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me?
Girl.
No!
Thud. She passed out.
I never imagined her testimony would lead to this.
So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. Murmur, this is unprecedented. Hey, Lana, I'm sorry what I just said. What? What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Skye, but given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her?
Imagine that coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it?
I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't. Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence.
If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony.
I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. We certainly can't get dead people to testify. Unless we have... Mia! Dude, what if she burst through the door? This has all been a wild goose chase from the very beginning.
Touché, Miss Skye. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility.
You mean there's still another possibility? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life, in one manner or another.
That's impossible. Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist? I've got to think back to the court record. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind. So, I can think of two things. There is this bloodstain here. Is this game originally in Japanese? Because I don't know if that's supposed to spell something out, like Emma. But honestly, I don't see that Neil Marshall would have wanted to prove that it was Emma that killed him. You know what I mean? And instead, I think this is gonna be the evidence that proves it was her. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind. I don't think it exists. Can I just say that? I don't think it exists. He left behind, unintentionally, a different piece of evidence. Because, can I show you this again? Okay, he is wearing, like, a vest. Is that the same color as this? Yeah, it kind of is. Especially, like, gotten darker over time or something. I don't know, because it also could be part of Damon Gantz's suit, but why would that be there? I'm gonna say it doesn't exist. No. There's no way a dead person could tell the murderer's name. Well, it looks like this is as far as we can go with this.
Mr. Wright, you disappoint me. I never thought you the type to let feelings cloud your judgment.
My feelings?
If we overlook the victim's message, one he would have written with literally his last breath, then everything will be lost in darkness.
Perhaps that thing really is the clue I'm looking for. This is it. I can't afford any more mistakes. Slam. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer?
Do not be mistaken, Miss Skye. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek, the truth. Slam, no matter how painful it may be.
Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased. So there is one? So my choice meant nothing? Weapon found in wound was missing tip. I don't know, this is gonna be a tough one. I'm just gonna start presenting things that might be it. This is the message from the deceased! Right. Now then, this is the message from the judge. Okay. Oh, I guess that wasn't right. Okay. So I'm just gonna say that it is in the evidence. Maybe that changes something. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Ah, okay, so it just skipped that part. Okay. So it didn't let me fail. That's kind of nice, honestly. What could it be? What could it be? Final fragment found in Chief Gant's safe. Blood traces. Maybe? What do these mean? The dark red stains must be blood traces from the incident 2 years ago. Only the fragment found in Chief Gant's office still has lines remaining on it. Oh. Emma? Is that like leading into an M? Is that what we're getting at? Emma. But that's not an E. Wait, and that would have to be an A. Emma. 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 That probably is what we're getting at here. This is the message left for the deceased. This is that blue badger from before, right? Oh, is he going to just speak the killer's name?
If that thing could, I'm sure it would.
Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here, on the surface of this jar. What do you mean? If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar.
It looks like someone wiped the blood away.
It does. Yes, but notice, for some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. Yes, there is a line here. Drawn in blood.
So what you're saying is these dots were once lines?
Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message.
One that someone apparently wiped away. But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions.
Precisely so. All we need to do is to connect these points. And the victim's message will become apparent. No. Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave for us? Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. I've gotta connect these dots to make letters. There's only one thing the victim would have written, given the circumstances. His murderer's name. So I'm connecting the dots. Dude, this is wacky sauce.
Oh, okay, so the E is not connected there, huh?
Okay. Dude. Why would he give her away? That's mean. It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocent. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Emma.
So, this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind.
Dude. Of all people, she may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Skye. Dude. Seaworthy. Can't say I didn't warn you. Hi, Gant.
Chief Gant.
Do you understand the implications of what you've done?
What? What are you talking about?
2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not?
Ah!
Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice. What? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter, even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may say, excuse me, this fact cannot be denied. Murmur, I can't deny that fact. What's going on at the prosecutor's office?
They might have said that innocent man is dead.
How can he just stand there like it wasn't his fault? Why are we all Southern? Order, 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 order! Order. The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows. To be continued. Dude. No. I don't want to continue this. I mean, I want to continue this later. I want to continue it now, though. Come on, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, we all had a suspicion at the beginning, didn't we? That Lana was confessing to this murder to save Emma, right? We all knew it, but I didn't expect Emma to actually be a murderer. There's no way, right? There's just no way. I feel so bad for the girl. She was what, 12 or something? Aww. Thank you for watching. I can't wait to play more of this. I can't wait to play more of this. Please, oh my gosh, I can't talk, guys. I'm so flustered by this trial. I need to drink my tea. Please be sure to like the video and comment. No, I've already done one in Gant's voice.
Please be sure to like the video and comment down below what you would like to see next. Even though you know what games I'm going to play. Just tell me something in the comments that you think I would like. I have a high ego, don't you know that? Don't you know that is not something that a British person would say? Indubitably, I have a high ego. I am very egotistical. Where was I? Subscribe and ring the bell icon. And like the video if you already hadn't. And I will see all you, my friends, in the next episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Can we call this, Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney? Anyone? Can we get the name change on that? No? Oh, okay. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I'll see you in the next one, okay? Toodaloo!